welcome to Give Them the Tip. Hi ladies and gents, this is Coach Tom with Thibarmy, and welcome to episode 1 of Give Them the Tip. So this is episode 1 of a long series of what we're going to run of short instructional videos, basically to help you guys troubleshoot problems that are coming up all the time in the gym. So for example, today's episode is for one of our online coaching clients called Costas, who's been doing a lot of front squatting in his program at the moment, and he wanted to know how to achieve a better front rack position with the bar. And he wanted some basic stretches that could help him improve that. So that's what we're going to be going over today. Now we really want to make this series interactive for you guys. So don't forget, when we're posting these videos, feel free to leave comments below, talk about things that you want us to go through, and if enough people suggest the same thing, then we'll happily make them for you. So the first stretch that I want to show you is a really basic stretch with a resistance band, just to help stretch out the triceps and the forearms, to help you be able to get the wrist further back towards the shoulder, okay? So all you're going to need to do this is a bar set up in a squat rack around the same height that you'd use for a front squat, and a kind of small to moderate diameter resistance band, okay? You're going to loop the resistance band around your hand like so, and then the other end you are going to put your foot inside like so, and then the back of the arm is going to go up onto the bar, and then you stretch the resistance band using your leg. So here, now in this position, the back of my arm's resting on the bar, the foot is stretching the resistance band, so now all I have to do is stand in this position and let the resistance band do the work for me in terms of pulling the wrist down and the forearm back towards the shoulder joint. Okay? I do this for 2 or 3 sets of 45 to 60 seconds each side when you're warming up for your front squat workout. Really dead simple, easy to do, requires no effort. Okay, so the second stretch I want to go over now is to address shoulder external rotation. This is more commonly the problem that is what is inhibiting people from front squat. So I've got a lat pull down bar here, but this could be anything that's reasonably long and reasonably sturdy. So it could be like a broomstick handle or a dowel or anything like that, okay? You're going to grab one end of it underhand, like so, and then you're going to feed it back behind the shoulder. So it sits there. And then using the other hand, grab the other end of the broomstick or whatever it might be, and then apply pressure up to pull the hand further down and back and rotate the shoulder. Now when you're doing this, make sure you've got constant pressure at all times through this hand, and make sure you're not cheating by taking your fingers off the bar here. You need to maintain a full grip the whole time that you're doing this stretch, otherwise you are making life easier for yourself when we don't want you to. And again, just like the resistance band stretch, I do this for 2 or 3 sets, 45 to 60 seconds each side, whilst you're warming up for your front squat workout. Okay, so those first 2 stretches for probably 80–90% of people are going to be enough if they do them regularly for a couple of weeks, okay? Now if you're someone who's particularly tight through the front delts and the pecs, or just has a bit of kyphosis, then you might need something just a little bit more aggressive to help you achieve that front rack position that we're looking for. So it's a really simple way of doing that. We're going to take an adjustable bench. This one is set at 45 degrees. This will be suitable for most people. If you're really tight, you might want to put it up 1. It's more like 60 degrees. Or if you're someone who's more flexible and still wants to get more flexibility again, you could probably lower it to around 30 degrees. But this will be right for the majority of people. You're going to take a light pair of dumbbells, something like 2.5 or 5 kilos is going to be enough for most. And we're going to do a loaded stretch in this position. So in this position, we're going to hold dumbbells supinated and with the arms far back, and we're going to hold that position for 2 to 3 minutes. So from this position, bring the arms down by the side. Once they're hanging, you're then going to rotate out to supinate your grip. And then from this position, because it's a loaded stretch, we don't just relax into it, we actively pull the hands back behind us to exaggerate the stretch as best we can. Now, when we're aiming for 2 to 3 minutes here, it doesn't mean we have to do that all at once. We could take short breaks in between, about 10 to 20 seconds, until you get to that total time target. Now with the loaded stretch, that's something that you could really easily do at the beginning of every single workout. It's not going to cause any harm. It's only going to take 2 or 3 minutes of your time, and it's going to really help open up your chest and front delts and improve your upper back posture anyway, if that's an issue for you. Right, and if you want a couple of hacks to improve your front rack position in the short term, there are a couple of things that you can do whilst you're improving your mobility. So first off, and the easiest change that you can make, is not putting your little finger under the bar when you set up. By doing that, you're going to allow the shoulder to rotate more and get your elbows in a higher position. So, like so, you'll be able to get into a much better position. The elbow will be higher relative to the shoulder, and you'll be in a stronger position to keep the bar stable. Now, if you're really tight, you may need to try taking out 2 fingers from under the bar, like so. This will, once again, allow you to get the shoulders in an even better position, but the downside here can be that you now have so little of your hand under the bar that you end up sacrificing too much stability. So that doesn't always pay off. Now, the other thing that not enough people do on their front squat, which can really help, very simply, is to wear wrist straps. Tying wrist straps quite lightly so that you still have full mobility through your wrist can be a really good way just to take a little bit of strain off the wrist joint whilst you're front squatting, if that is an issue for you. Right guys, I hope you found those useful. In my opinion, those are the 3 most basic, easy to do stretches that are going to get most people into a good front rack position for the front squat. At the end of the day, the front squat is a great squat variation for strengthening your quads, especially if you're a long femored or long legged individual, as well as improving your core strength and your upper back strength. If you liked today's video, please like and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment below, maybe addressing something that you want us to cover in the next episode. And please share the video with as many of your friends as you can, because if we don't get enough views, then Christian's not going to pay me and I don't get to feed Macy and Merlin ribeye steak for breakfast anymore. Thanks guys, and see you next time.